Many have come to believe that the Millennium Development Goals initiatives represent a major opportunity for the government to engage in a different way with the citizens of a given country. The engagement is believed will ensure that they believe in the government's effort to really improve their lives. Today, the newly appointed Senior Special Assistant to the President on Millennium Development Goals is on the verge to convince all Nigerians to get involved in the development process as active agents. In trying to achieve the Millennium Development Goals, everybody on board is working hard towards achieving the MDGs. The Nigerian lawmakers are also up and ready to support the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Millennium Development Goals to accomplish this mission by 2015. They've said they have the needs of the poor people at heart and will do everything possible to give their maximum support towards the realization of the MDGs. Nigerian lawmakers have argued that the progress of the MDGs is not about counting the number of projects being executed, but on the impact it's having on the beneficiaries.
The idea is that we need to come up with some other new strategies that will really make us succeed in the attainment of these Millennium Development Objectives. One, other countries that are a little ahead of us are nearby, and the world itself is a global community. We are supposed to now keep an eye to what other countries are doing that has enabled them get to where they are now. We have to learn that, and we're going to do that by way of, we have a program in the National Assembly which we call African Network for Interparliamentary Associations as regards the MDG. So I believe if we can really keep eyes on what is happening in other countries, we can be able to learn and be able to redouble our effort and get these things faster. And secondly, there is the issue about the policy itself, policy formulation and policy implementation. You see, like it has been observed in the meeting, what is happening now is that the MDG is more of a funding institution, just a funding agency, just a funding organization. So I believe if we really want to make achievements on what we are supposed to do and really catch up with the time limit, certainly we must have to create a framework whereby the MDG will now operate more than what it is now. You cannot just create an institution or an agency whose basic responsibility is simply to provide funds into other vehicles, whether those such vehicles are MDAs or ministries or what have you. If we can really come up with new strategies and new policy whereby the MDG can be restructured in a way that most of these projects that have been undertaken under the MDG programs can be done on a direct basis, I believe we can move faster.
The newly appointed Senior Special Assistant to the President has planned to put in 100% effort to see that the MDGs is achieved by the year 2015. This, she believes, will be achievable by refocusing on the conditional grant scheme. For over 10 years now, Nigeria has embarked on the path to sustainable development through a comprehensive, well-articulated economic and social reform program with the MDGs at its heart. Nigeria's development plan is a comprehensive framework focused on sustainable growth in the real sector of the economy. It seeks to facilitate improvements in the infrastructure, power, energy, transportation, agriculture, human capital development, education, health, security, rule of law, combating corruption, and developing the Niger Delta. These are all tied to the achievement of the Millennium Development Goals in Nigeria.
The federal government is committing resources behind state initiatives. They have the freedom, the flexibility to be able to implement projects according to their priorities and their development agenda. And we believe that by the time you take stock of this and do the impact evaluation, you would see that there has been significant progress in the delivery of these projects to the people that need them.
One of the things I think is going to assist me in achievement of the MDG is I intend doing a poverty mapping of the whole country to know areas where the poverty levels are very, very high, and then channel through the conditional grant scheme and conditional cash transfer, channel funds into that area in alleviation of poverty.
The task to develop Nigeria at the right pace and at all levels informed the concept of the conditional grants to improve intergovernmental fiscal cooperation. The Conditional Grant Scheme is a federal government initiative funded through debt relief gains that allows state and local governments to access funds that are to be utilized to scale up state plans and programs. These include primary health care, water, sanitation, and rural electrification. In 2007, 19 states successfully accessed 18 billion naira. In 2008, 33 states, including the Federal Capital Territory, accessed 48 billion naira. In 2009, the scope of the Conditional Grant Scheme was widened to capture health, water, skills and literacy, agriculture and conditional cash transfers. In 2010, due consideration was given to conditional grants to local governments so as to further scale up the effort towards the achievement of the MDGs as the countdown to 2015 begins. The Conditional Grant Scheme also maximizes the use of information and expertise at every level of government to ensure funds are out to best use. As positive consultations continue to help cooperation and sustainability among federal, state and local government, the people are getting basic needs.